Hello everyone, and today we are taking a look at Avadon, the Black Fortress.
Yep, this is a classic style RPG by Spiderweb Software. And what's it all about?
Let's take it away. Let's take it away.
Go on,
basically, well, this is the character creation. You can either be a warrior, who is your kind of jack of all trades, master of none, a rogue type character, which is DPS, a shaman, which can summon wolves to beat the victims down to and crush their bones, or you can have a mage who, as you can see, is my little helper here, and who's more of a, you know, spelly pew pew DPS. Well, yeah, mage, hence the name mage.
Yeah. I think it's pretty self-explanatory on that one.
Yeah.
So this is a very kind of retro type RPG where you have to explore around a lot, and you know, it's very text kind of based, where if you go into a new room or something, a dialogue box will come up and it kind of describe the room. And at the start I was very impatient and didn't really read, you know, much of the text, and I just kind of, you know, skipped it and went straight into the room. But as you kind of get through the story, you really do have to pay attention to, you know, what's actually being said by people and the text, because there's a lot of information.
It's like telling you the quest, isn't it?
Well, where you have a text, you have like a quest kind of journal which tells you what quest you're on, but any information that you get on the way isn't actually, you know, it doesn't change your quest journal, so you have to.
So you actually got to pay attention as it happens.
Yeah. But there's actually quite a cool feature where you can record the what's been said. So you can go into your notes and see, you know, like kind of record like what she said, and so you can see where you're meant to go, etc, etc, etc. But anyway.
So this is the combat, and
yeah,
it's
turn-based.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you can see I'm with two other people here, and I think was I against wretches.
So with your party members, do you select the target for all of them?
Yeah. Like you'll control one and attack them or heal your mate, and then it'll go to another one, and then once you've finished controlling all your characters, then the enemy has their kind of turn, if you know what I mean. And the thing, oh, carry on.
So even if you've chosen like a warrior for your starting character, you're still actually getting a chance to play as like the mage and the shaman and stuff like that. Yeah,
like I picked the warrior, and even though I picked the warrior, I could still have another warrior in my team. I could probably spec him for something else. But
so what your team consists of is up to you to pick, right?
Yeah, but you can't obviously not take yourself, so you'd want to pick a class that you always want to have in your team.
Yeah.
So I believe you can only have two other people out at the same time, so there's always going to be one class, possibly two if you take two knights, whatever. But there's always going to be one class that you don't have.
Yeah.
And
seems
I suppose it's up to you if you want to rotate, you know, who you take out, but I'm kind of one badass kind of group fits all.
Yeah.
Are there any like special abilities?
Yeah, like each class has its own special abilities. You can see here, this is the leveling up system, and each class could kind of go two ways. Like the warrior can go kind of tank to like pure DPS, or the shaman can change from healing to, you know, more offensive, and you can upgrade your abilities. I mean, like you could do more like damage by upgrading obviously like your attack and stuff, or you can like save your points to try and unlock some different abilities and stuff like that, if you understand. It's kind of classic leveling system you find in most RPGs.
Yeah.
This looks pretty interesting. Like it seems that there's a lot of like customization. Like, how linear is the story to the actual game?
Well, the thing that I liked from the start is that even in dialogue you can you have different options, even though the same things happening, the same kind of like opportunities unlock in the dialogue. You can choose how you want to speak, and then they react depending on how you speak. So when I first started playing, I was being very like arrogant and obnoxious, because you know I was the badass warrior, and you know you get those wolves on my face.
Does that affect anything like new side quests or anything?
Not that I know of. Although there are times when, for example, I was following the main quest and I went to some zone and someone came up to me and like offered to give me a job to spy on someone I was going to see. And I think the times when it will actually impact on the story, you'd know about it rather than just like general kind of talking. But I mean, it's not one of those games where you can just click any speech option and then, you know, you get all the information. If you want information, you actually do have to ask the person more or less everything.
It seems like it could be like a pretty immersive RPG. Like if you actually get into it, like
if you're the type of person to actually, you know, explore everything and see if it is an object on the table that you can pick up, and you know, take your time, read all the text. It definitely is. I mean, when I first started, I was very just kind of running around trying to beat the crap out of everything, and that's not how the game's meant to be played. Really, it's meant to be taken like quite slowly, but
so
you know,
it's proper RPG, and you have to discover everything yourself.
Well, you don't have to, but
it's not like the story's just thrown at you.
To get the benefits, you have to take your time and, you know, like I said, talk every option. Goddamn, ask them every option, if you know what I mean. But overall, I mean, it's not as long as the previous games, but it's still got, you know, quite a long storyline, and I believe there's alternate endings and there's a lot of replayability, and
it seems like the sort of RPG that's going to split a lot of people, because there's going to be the people who don't want to have to read lots of text and get immersed that way. They just want like flashy CGI dragons and like bouncing CGI boobs and stuff like that. And then there's going to be the people that actually take the time and get into it and like read all the text and stuff and really enjoy it.
Yeah, I suppose that's what it boils down to, really. I mean, I've never really played a game where, well, I've never really been into the games where you actually have to slowly walk around and find everything, but I did enjoy it. I mean, there's some things that probably could be improved on, but generally, if you're the type of person, well, you probably know if you was, who enjoys kind of being immersed and putting in the effort to get something out, then I mean, it's a good game, yeah, definitely.
So, how much is it?
Presuming that the price on Steam is the same as the website, it's going to be $20, which, what would that be in pounds? About £15 or something? Well, I suppose it depends how they're pricing it, but
yeah, we'll put a link down below so you can check the Steam page and have a look how much it is for you. And so you reckon check it out, really? You'll know if you're gonna enjoy it, I think, from like just watching like what the game is.
You'll see what type of game it is, and I think we kind of explained. They'll know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. This was Avadon.
The Black Fortress.
I hope you enjoyed it.